It's always funny when in a game like this.
Hope Tech ships. Though I suppose that is hardly the point of them.
Because
It'd be dust except for the factory.
games like this, and you have to walk through metal detectors, and obviously they go off, but no one ever seems to care.
Off. Just keep it holstered, and we'll get along fine. Workers like to play hard here. They deserve it.
Now, how do I get down there?
We could save valuable weight.
Yes, I have important work.
No, you don't. Oop.
Perhaps
Ow.
not the wisest decision.
Warning. I am programmed to prioritize the...
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Birgit. We set some ambitious quotas, and you met every one of them.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news, whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Ew.
Something more you need, Deputy? Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Did you now? Well, don't keep me in suspense. Oh, the same Paxton Hull who was court-martialed during the Colony War? Well, I've never met the man, and I can't imagine why.
So why do you know who he is then?
Against me. That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose this is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
The cards are on the table. So why not? The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. And it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. We donated the fertilizer to select homesteads and let the farmers do the work. And when the time was right, we cleared the farm and brought in machinery to harvest the mineral-rich soil.
Wow, this bloke is a monster.
Materials, costs sent my profits soaring.
You sit on the Council of Governors. You betrayed the very people you are supposed to represent.
I wish there'd been another way. But I had to play the hand I was dealt.
Why not just make better starships?
I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told Hull to buy the land, not take it by force.
I think it's just whatever, you know, uranium,
The stubborn
chlorine,
folk. I
copper,
couldn't risk any
gold,
witnesses.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
water, maybe.
How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job. And more. We'll discuss this later.
You're going to
In
prison or you're dying,
any
mate.
case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the
No.
operation and return the land to
No.
its rightful owners.
You're going to prison. That's not enough.
You're right. Yeah, those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well, perhaps
No,
a discount
prison.
on their next purchase from Hoptech.
They might not be so keen to purchase a ship built with the blood of their compatriots.
With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor.
20,000 credits? No. Screw that. It is not worth 20,000 credits. 200? Maybe.
Well, let's not be too hasty.
200,000 maybe.
There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihoods. Do you really want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer?
Why? Why would it? Don't try to put this
I'm
on
afraid
me.
there's no avoiding it. The past can't be changed, but the future is very much in your hands, Deputy. You put me away.
It was a failing company
this
anyway.
company will fall apart. You'll have destroyed far more lives than I did. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation. This
Thing is,
company,
anyone
or the
who
people
works
who
in
work
this,
for me, if that means you suffer an unfortunate incident,
anyone
at
in
the
this
hands of my
factory could
security personnel,
walk into
so
a job in
be it.
any of the
I'm
other
informed.
Starfields.
You're not
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
You have overestimated your position, Mr. Hope.
You just threatened a member of the Council of Governors. On my authority, you're stripped of rank, declared an outlaw. Guards! Dispose of this criminal!
If you are free...
Got one.
Someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind.
I tried to do it non-violently, but he had to take the murderous way out.
He tried to have you killed.
Yep.
I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such a good person.
Nope.
But everything he said about the farmers and hiring those mercenaries, it was so awful. The first part is true. He always looked out for us, for his employees. We never saw that side of him. And now he's... You killed him.
Nope.
Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now?
You take over the... There must be a second in command, yeah.
That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
There are uncertain times ahead for you, but they will pass.
If a company of this size could fail because the CEO died, then it's not a well-managed company. You're gonna say I can't fast travel from here, aren't you? No. I'd also argue a company of this size shouldn't have the CEO on site all day, every day either. Because again, back to if it's well built, it shouldn't matter.
You would think if you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
Okay, Andreja,
Yes.
let's speak. You want to speak? Let's speak now.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under unusual circumstances.
You were killing a bad guy, not
You
really.
seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
Certainly not like anything
I
I've done
think
before.
None of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly
Yeah,
become a
Matteo,
vital part of
Matteo.
the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
Fitting in is overrated.
Perhaps, but it is still important to me. I feel as though I am often looking in at the rest of the group.
You're the person who
not like
takes
this feeling.
act.
I would like to feel that I am a valued member of the organization, but I am concerned that I am off-putting, or my actions have alienated me. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
So she's the person who does what she has to get stuff done, instead of fannying about like all the others do. I'm sure you did what you have to.
Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I, I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of.
Exactly, Auditor.
Sense? And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well.
Mm-hmm.
Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
Just realised there's a group of people looking around my ship,
Before I
making
drink,
sure it's okay.
To some, thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
Don't know what they're doing. Oh, that's quite cool. I've never actually, like, sort of faffed around near the landing zone.
You do not want to go outside the city wall.
Well. Time to tell the Marshal I killed someone.
Hey, Deputy. A lot of famous people visit. Tequila. Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
Hello, Marshal. You're not going to be
See
happy.
you back safe, Deputy.
Don't see you saying that
What's
way
the
too
word on the
soon.
mech factory?
Way too
Mercenaries
soon.
hiding out there? Damn, you've got guts of steel. Did you find out why the first was taking over farms?
It was a scheme by that greedy bastard Ron Hope.
Wait, you're saying it was Ron Hope who hired the first?
Yep.
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all?
Money.
That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims. All right, let's see what you've got. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this?
I hoped he would turn himself in, but he wouldn't go down without a fight.
Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Free Star Collective.
Honk, honk, honk. Honk, 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 honk.
Have a little faith, Daniel.
Honk.
We're not the United Colonies.
Honk.
One bad apple won't
Honk.
spoil the whole damn barrel.
Honk,
Easy for
Honk.
you to say.
Honk.
You ain't the marshal.
honk.
Not yet, but
Honk.
you ain't gonna live forever,
Honk.
old man.
While we've got you here,
Honk.
there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
Do I get a
With
cool hat
pleasure,
now?
Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question.
Mess
Do
with
you
the
feel
geese.
ready to
you
wear
get
the
bonk.
badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger?
Yes, Queen. It would be an honor.
Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers.
Dawn of the
I
Midnight
approve the deputy
Ranger.
for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Well done.
I strive to be worthy of the title.
I know you will, Ranger. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Well done.
Great job, Ranger!
You have been granted Star Eagle class starship. Nice. Complete the Hammer
Congratulations.
Falls.
The promotion's well earned.
Why, thank you. Time to go kill some
A
more
year or
bad
two
guys.
back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man can drink.
Not anymore. He's dead.
Well, hey there.
Thought you were getting married for a second. Not yet. Later. Eventually. So, this game fixes something that's sort of a problem in, especially Fallout 4, and I think in the other Fallouts, especially in Fallout 4, it's an issue, that you basically be like, in Fallout 4, within 20 minutes, you're the leader of one of the factions, but you're still doing all the bitch work.
Those Baroon zealots live in space or got separated.
With very little work, you can become the leader of one of the other factions, and with one of the other factions, you become the leader of them very quickly as well. But again, you're still doing bitch work. This one, you start out as a nobody. That, as I said, that fixes one of the major problems
Anything I
that
can help you with? Need some work done?
at least Fallout had, and actually, to be fair, a lot of other games. So, what's this starship they've given me? Ooh. Okay. Hmm. Nice. This does have shielded capacity. Is that not shielded? But yes, marriage is on the table at some point. Now, let's, after like 20 hours, go join the bloody pirates. Where's Europa? Oh, it is in Sol. I thought as much. Oh, yeah, it's... You're flipping...
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Reek. I want him dead.
Okay.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
This Neva Mora, her words are measured and carry weight. She is not to be trifled with.
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, nobody runs away from the fleet.
Okay.
I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs.
You should go kill him then.
It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Ooh, pretty.
Pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble. All right. And what are your intentions with these crewmen? Oh God, I do not know.
It would be wise for you to take this offer. It shows more mercy than you know.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
Convince the Rangier to kill or something else.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
They're armed.
not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you?
Oh.
And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
No.
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
So you're the fleet's new dog, huh? Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
This unpleasantness aside,
I can't
the people
believe
of
it.
New Homestead will be grateful.
Thank you for
these
letting us
supplies.
go.
Hypothermia can set in quickly, and the effects
You know, I know it would surprise most people, but I actually like it when you can do it without violence.
Clean separation, Captain. Perfect.
Oh, come on. Look at the hundreds of hours of gameplay you've seen from me. Ooh. Is that a crash? No.
The mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Enemy's grab drive out of commission.
Yes, yeah, I know I am normally... But even as Slater, how often did I try to... One sec, I'll just kill these people. Like, even as Slater, how often I try to, like, not kill everyone?
I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this
I know it's
business
just a
with
meme,
Riggs
but
taught
still.
you something.
Well,
Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole,
oh, you most definitely will, love. You most definitely will. Best decision you'll ever made.
last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Joining the Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
Yes, I'm going to try my best not to be evil.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. You're cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
Hail acknowledged. You're clear to dock at docking port 1. The commander will be waiting for you in operations.
Well, it'd be interesting to know how this,
Seals are tight. We're docked.
Can I get into photo mode? Yeah. Oops. How does it look? LOL. Looks like a wing or something.
Say the word, and we shall.
Commander Conde wants to see you. Follow me.
Oh, flipping hell. Okay, and Dre's, they all need to get then.
I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
The Vigilance is our flagship. Where it goes, fleet run.
You're back. Anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
We did our best not to cross the line, but the more we do, the more we risk exposing the deception.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
That was a risky
But a
move.
gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Everything's going according to
You
plan.
pass your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
What is there to know? He is pirate scum, like all of them.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information you have on its members can only help. In any case,
why do I feel
now
like they're
that
gonna
you're with the fleet,
screw
you'll
something
be
up?
operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Yes.
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
If you are free soon...
Yes, Andreja, we can talk.
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
But first, I need to go find the brig. Where's the brig?
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Did you now? Did you really? Ladies push. Yeah, they all are. All of the flipping companions. Sam bloody Coe's asking every 4 seconds. So do we talk? Struggling here. Brig.
Pardon.
This still a brig? Yeah.
Commander's taking a lot of risks with this operation.
We'll keep the bridge. Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners. No, the prisoners surrendered willingly, as per the terms of your deal. This is probably the safest place for him, if the fleet want him dead. You can chat with him, if you haven't already. I'm sure he has a lot to say. As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask.
Of course you do.
I understand that part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters, namely the key. While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it. I agree. Just keep in mind this is a favor and you're free to ignore it. I only ask because this is such a rare opportunity and I'd hate to pass it up. I appreciate it. I've actually heard rumors about there being audio logs for an interview the founder of the fleet, Jasper Crix, did on the key. I'm interested in anything he had to say regarding his time in prison and how the prisoners were treated.
Interesting.
If you find anything like that, bring it back here and we'll take a listen. The fleet and the UC are intertwined, and I've always felt knowing that past is an important part of what we do. In life, history can be a guide, a warning, or at times, a reflection. And if you want to know which one it is, you have to stare it in the face, regardless of how ugly it is. Keep the floors and your nose clean and you can stay as long as you like.
Where is he? For me to talk to him.
If you're taking a walk through our little aquarium, feel free to tap the glass. They hate it when you do that. Come by to see the animals at the zoo?
Why is there so much laundry? Who's got... I don't know. Oh, there he is.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience?
No.
Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDev to go easy on me.
No.
The truth is a bit more complicated than that.
Go on then. Then explain it to me. The truth is always complicated, that's why no one wants to hear it.
But we've got time, so why don't you indulge me? You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules. I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face. And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat. Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but nothing's ever really gone forever. Neva probably paid the same guy to hit rewind, and here we are. Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or UC Captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep.
Fair enough. You murderous bastard. We did actually ask. In this case. We probably did, but I just hear him yapping lol.
I don't feel sorry for any lowlife that ends up in the brig. You reap what you sow.
This is the brig. We keep prisoners here for interrogation.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
I forgot.
Detached. We're clear.
Forgot Andreja wanted to talk.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Andreja.
Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results?
I didn't want to kill him, but bad scene all around. No one should be satisfied.
I
Yeah.
suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last.
He was a monster for sure.
And he was just a man, and died like any other.
Died very
At
easily,
least he will
actually.
no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice. But at least the situation is over, and there is no question who was to blame.
I didn't want this, but he gave me no choice.
No, he did not. A very poor decision on his part. Perhaps a lesson to be learned by others who would break the law. At least while you serve as ranger. I think less of the badge and more of the person wearing it. But you should be proud of your accomplishments. Shall we find some other adventure to occupy us now?
Yes, Queen. What's the point? Did they give me a nice outfit for being an actual deputy now? Ranger. Ooh. Okay, that's quite nice. Girl, you're making me blush. Lol. Where is the... There we go. Depleted uranium oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Where I'm missing a load of things. Oh no, they've all the flipping companions have it, don't they? Oops.
Is something amiss? I am happy to help shoulder the load. So, yes. Goodbye.
Freestar Rangers. So how'd you feel wearing the badge?
Eh.
Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in the backstabbing world of megacorp politics.
I think it was all about power and greed.
I really hope you're wrong. But you probably aren't. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have sat right with me.
Especially when he was so little money.
Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover. You know, you have a hell of an effect on people around you.
Ooh.
Share the wealth, right? You take care, all right?
I hope you're having a good day.
Oh, that's also a pretty. fun being a ranger. Lol. Right. Oh, Sarah, where are you? Are you in my bedroom? No. Where the hell is she? There we go.
Something you need? Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. He was despicable.
Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet.
Like most
It's an absolute disgrace.
billionaires. Couldn't agree more.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. While that's true, it certainly doesn't excuse the blood that he has on his hands. No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me. If you have any gear you want me to haul, I'm happy to help.
Oh, that's that. I thought I gave her a lot of crap.
Goodbye.